For all y'all who remember how it used to sound before everything got too clean. This ain't digital, this is straight from the soul, California love. FM is hitting rewind. This is low fidelity. This ain't that crystal clear sound for the kids on the net. This that warm distortion that you never can forget. The bass got a little fuzz, the highs got a little bleed. The realest damn foundation for a Westside rider's creed. My ride ain't brand new, it's got history and scars. A couple battle wounds from closing down a couple bars. The pain ain't perfect but it's deep. The chrome has seen some rain, a testament to surviving all the pleasure and the pain. I'm not about that flawless look, that manufactured shine. I'm about the raw and honest truth of what is truly mine. Speakers in the kick panels, a buzzing just a bit. The perfect imperfection for this classic gangster hit. This ain't about the clarity, it's about the heavy soul. The only kind of currency that makes a player whole. The sound of what is real, the only way to feel. Rolling with the static, with the warmth and with the hiss. For the moments that you miss. The sound of what is real, the only way to feel. Rolling with the static, with the warmth and with the hiss. I'm bumping homemade mixtapes that the homies passed to me. A curated collection of the way it's meant to be. This ain't no playlist algorithm, no computer chosen track. This is the heart of the pavement from the front seat to the back. The vinyl on the roof is cracked, the leather's worn and smooth. Every imperfection helps to magnify the groove. I see these new jacks rolling in they silent hybrid whips with nothing but a digital and soulless solid lip. They'll never know the feeling of a system that's alive. The way the whole damn chassis starts to vibrate and to strive. The speakers in the kick panels are buzzing just a bit. The perfect imperfection for this classic gangster hit. This ain't about the clarity, it's about the heavy soul. The only kind of currency that makes a player whole. For the moments that you miss, for the moments that you miss. The sound of what is real, the only way to feel. I'm rolling with the static, with the warmth and with the hiss. For the moments that you miss, the sound of what is real, the only way to feel. I'm rolling with the static, with the warmth and with the hiss. For the moments that you miss. The street lights looking softer through this old school hazy glass. A filter on the present from a time that moved less fast. This cruise is not for business, not for hustling, not for gain. It's just to feel the bassline pumping through my weary brain. It's a ceremony for the self, a solo quiet mass to reconnect with the OG that I am and not a class of wannabes and followers who chase the latest trend. The real ones know the classics or the ones that never end. This lo-fi sound is honest, it doesn't try to hide the grit, the dirt, the struggle, and the underlying pride. It's the soundtrack to the hustle when the stakes were truly high. The reason that we ride or die until the day we fly. So let them have the perfect sound, that clean and sterile space. We'll keep the warmth and character of this forgotten place. Cause realness has a texture, a feeling and a weight. The only thing that matters when you're standing at the gate. This ain't about being old, it's about being timeless. The noise isn't a flaw, it's a soul of the machine. The sound of what is real, the only way to feel. Rolling with the static, with the warmth and with the hiss. For the moments that you miss, the sound of what is real, the only way to feel. I'm rolling with the static, with the warmth and with the hiss. For the moments that you miss. That's low fidelity for those who know that real has a sound all its own. DJ Ace, California Love FM. Keep it authentic. California Love FM, it's a West Coast thing.
The work week is done. Time to collect your blessings. This is California Love FM, and we're taking you on the most important ride of the week for the real players. This is the Sunday driver. The suit is freshly pressed, the shoes are shined up to a gleam, reflecting back the image of a brand new waking dream. The church doors open up, I shake the preacher's hand. A quiet form of business he will never understand. I drop a stack into the plate, a tie for my success, a down payment on forgiveness for my future wickedness. This ain't about salvation, it's about the public face, to show him I'm a pillar in this broken fallen place. Then I step out in the sunlight, the homies nod and wait beside a flawless 6'4", the master of its fate. The top is already down, the sun is on the wood, a perfect clean transition to my real neighborhood. This ain't about the sermon, it's about the peace I make before the coming violence and the profits I must take. Driver, cleanest whip on the whole block. Sunday drive up to 6 o'clock on the dot. I'm cruising slow and righteous, but the hustle never sleeps. Sunday driver while the lonely city weeps. We hit the boulevard, a slow and sacred steady pace. The sunlight on the chrome creates a halo around this place. The families are out walking, dressed up in their Sunday best. They see us and they know we are a different kind of blessed. We ain't about that 9 to 5, we ain't about that grind. We are the masters of the game that they were forced to leave behind. We're headed for the park for the barbecue and beer, to talk about the money that we made throughout the year. This is the day of rest, a strategic calm display of how the real G's operate and wash the week away. The top is already down, the sun is on the wood, a perfect clean transition to my real neighborhood. This ain't about the sermon, it's about the peace I make before the coming violence and the profits I must take. Driver, cleanest whip on the whole block. Sunday driver to 6 o'clock on the dot. I'm cruising slow and righteous, but the hustle never sleeps. Sunday driver while the lonely city weeps. The smell of cooking meat is getting heavy in the air. I see the honeys looking with the take me if you dare kind of look. They know the score, they know who runs the show, they know who's got the paper and who's just for promo. I'm holding court right from the driver's seat. I never have to stand, the most respected shot call in this entire promised land. This weekly ritual's a must, a necessary scene to keep my reputation polished, profitable and clean. But as the sun gets lower, you can feel the vibe begin to shift. The easy laughter fades away, a dark and subtle gift. The deals get talked in whispers, the plans are getting laid for the 6 days of the week when all the real moves must be made. This day of peace is nothing but a charger for the war, a final deep breath taken right outside the devil's door. So enjoy the sun and music, enjoy the friendly haze, cause Monday is coming back to its old familiar ways. This ain't a day off, it's a strategy meeting under the sun, to give thanks for the prophets. I've been to plan the ones to come. Sunday driver, cleanest whip on the whole block. Sunday driver, 6 o'clock on the dot. I'm cruising slow and righteous, but the hustle never sleeps. Sunday driver, while the lonely city weeps. That's the Sunday driver, a day of rest for the wicked. You with DJ Ace on Californialove FM. Get your blessings. It's a West Coast thing. Claim the ones rapper.
All right, time to hotbox the airwaves. For everyone rolling heavy and feeling good. Californialove FM is lighting one up for you. This is Chronic Haze, yeah, I hit the switch, the windows rise, a slow and silent seal, ignite the tip, the cherry glows. Now this is what is real. The cabin starts to feel a ghost of green and heavy smoke. The leather starts to soak it in, the final word is spoke. The world outside gets fuzzy, just a distant blurry mess. A temporary prison for the weak and the addressless. I'm posted in my smoke chamber, king inside a cloud. My thoughts get slow and heavy, my intentions getting proud. This ain't for recreation, this medicine for a G. To see the board more clearly than these busters ever see. The street lights start to bleed into a long and hazy line. This ain't just smoke, it's a cathedral, a uniquely sacred shrine. The bass feels like it's breathing, every single note takes hold. A story getting written that will never get too old. Chronic Haze, a shield of smoking palm. Chronic Haze, the only place I'm home. I'm in touch a woman's side here, watching all the world go past. I'm feeling built to last. Chronic Haze, a shield of smoking palm. Chronic Haze, the only place I'm home. I'm in touch a woman's side here, watching all the world go past. I'm feeling built to last. The endo got me faded, I'm just floating on the beat. My slab is creeping forward down this lonely moonlit street. Time is stretching sideways, every second is an hour. A quiet demonstration of my own internal power. I see a crew of wannabes, they're looking hard and mean, but they can't see behind the glass, they can't get in the scene. They're searching for my eyes, but only see their own reflection. A perfect clean example of a natural selection. I'm in a different dimension, on a different kind of plane, injecting pure serenity directly in my brain. Street lights start to bleed into a long and hazy line. This ain't just smoke, it's a cathedral, a unique uniquely sacred shrine. The bass feels like it's breathing, every single note takes hold. A story getting written that will never get too old. Chronic haze, a shield of smoke and chrome. Chronic haze, the only place I'm home. I'm untouchable inside here, watching all the world go past. I'm feeling built to last. Chronic haze, a shield of smoke and chrome. Chronic haze, the only place I'm home. I'm untouchable inside here, watching all the world go past. I'm feeling built to last. The smoke is getting thick now, a London fog on wheels, concealing all the business, all the plans and all the deals. This is my mobile office, my confessional, my space, to purify my mindset for this unforgiving race. I crack the window slightly, let a ribbon drift outside, a signal to the homies that a real one's on the ride. It's a G thing, pure and simple, that outsiders resent. This quiet rolling fortress and its sticky potent scent. The blunt is down to nothing but a memory and ash. I hit the switch, the window drops, I let the cool night dash. Across my face the haze begins to slowly fade and thin, reminding me the mission's never over, must begin again tomorrow. But for now, the clarity is sharp, I'm ready for the next move, playing on a different harp. The cruise was medication, a strategic slow retreat, to come back even harder on this unforgiving street. This isn't an escape, it's a meditation, to sharpen the focus before you conquer the world. Chronic haze, a shield of smoke and chrome. Chronic haze, the only place I'm home. I'm untouchable inside here, watching all the world go past. I'm feeling built to last. Chronic haze, a shield of smoke and chrome. Chronic haze, the only place I'm home. I'm untouchable inside here, watching all the world go past. I'm feeling built to last. That's Chronic Haze, the official anthem for those who operate from inside their own atmosphere. DJ Ace, California Love EFM, breathe it in. California Love EFM, it's a West Coast thing. Yeah. Yeah.
The sun is a memory. Now the artificial gods come out to rain. You're locked into California Love FM, and we're about to fall under the spell of the neon voodoo. Yeah. The city puts some makeup on, a coat of poison light, and I begin my ritual, my pilgrimage by night. The candy on my lack is so deep it drinks the glow, a moving pool of darkness from which evil things can grow. The neon signs are promises of liquor and cheap thrills, a language I can understand, a cure for all my ills. I'm cruising past the storefronts, the windows of the bars, reflecting my own image back between the passing cars. This ain't just light, it's energy, a power I can feel. It makes the chroma still I feel vicious and too real. The colors bleed across the hood, a slow and toxic tide. There is no place for nature here, no place for it to hide. This is the new religion, the electric pulsing art, the artificial heartbeat of the city's broken heart. Neon voodoo, casting spells upon the street. Neon voodoo, to the rhythm of the beat. The city is my altar and the light is my domain. Neon voodoo underneath the chemical rain. Neon voodoo, casting spells upon the street. Neon voodoo, to the rhythm of the beat. The city is my altar and the light is my domain. Neon voodoo underneath the chemical rain. My eyes adjusted to the haze, the artificial gloom, emerging from the shadows of my leather-scented tomb. I'm a creature of the twilight, a disciple of the buzz. The reason for the stories, all the whispers and the fuzz. The red light of a liquor store paints my face in a new shade, a momentary monster that the circumstances made. I see them all gather round the bright and deadly signs, and recognize the patterns of their limited designs. I'm not a part of their world, I just use it as my stage, the master of a narrative on a brand new electric page. The colors bleed across the hood, a slow and toxic tide. There is no place for nature here, no place for it to hide. This is the new religion, the electric pulsing art, the artificial heartbeat of the city's broken heart. Neon voodoo, casting spells upon the street. Neon voodoo, to the rhythm of the beat. The city is my altar and the light is my domain. Neon voodoo underneath the chemical rain. Neon voodoo, casting spells upon the street. Neon voodoo, to the rhythm of the beat. The city is my altar and the light is my domain. Neon voodoo underneath the chemical rain. I'm a ghost in this machine of manufactured need, planting the suggestion of a dark and potent seed. The way the blue light hits the chrome can hypnotize the weak, the way the bass can vibrate through the pavement while I speak, and silent moving testament to all that I control, the absolute authority that's taking its own toll. This nightly cruise is worship, it's a baptism in the glow, the only kind of holy water that I'll ever know. The city is a circuit board, the lights are just a code, and I'm the one who's cracking it to lighten my own load. I understand its language, every flicker, every hum. The reason that the hopeful and the desperate have become just part of the machinery, the static and the noise. While I'm the one who's navigating with a steady, quiet poise. This ain't just random chaos, this is organized decay. And I'm the one who profits at the closing of the day. This light doesn't guide you, it blinds you. And in that blindness, we are the only thing that's clear. Neon voodoo, casting spells upon the street. Neon voodoo, to the rhythm of the beat. The city is my altar and the light is my domain. Neon voodoo underneath the chemical rain. Neon voodoo, casting spells upon the street. Neon voodoo, to the rhythm of the beat. The city is my altar and the light is my domain. Neon voodoo underneath the chemical rain.
It's neon voodoo, a spell casting chrome and light. You're deep in the night with DJ Ace on California Love FM. Don't get hypnotized. California Love FM, it's a West Coast thing. California Love FM, it's a West Coast thing.
The sun is gone. Now the real predators come out to play. You're tuned to California Love FM, and this is the soundtrack for the void. This is Liquid Midnight. This ain't just black paint, it's a captured piece of space. So deep you could fall in and leave without a trace. It doesn't roll, it flows, a river of the dark. A slow and heavy current leaving its magnetic mark. I'm pouring down the boulevard, a slow motion oil spill. Absorbing all the street light, bending it to my own will. The chrome is like a razor cutting through the hazy air. A sliver of cold violence in the weight of its despair. This isn't just a lowrider, it's a moving black hole's edge. The final silent promise of a dark and binding pledge. The world outside my window starts to warp and starts to bend. The laws of time and physics are a message I can send. I'm not just driving through the night, I'm pulling it behind. A rolling piece of emptiness, the purest of its kind. Liquid midnight,
a shadow on the chrome.
liquid midnight,
The only place I'm home.
I'm drinking up the darkness, letting out a heavy sigh. Liquid midnight,
Beneath the poison sky.
is the only moon, a constellation I command. The only piece of solid ground in this intoxicating land. The world outside is muted, just a silent blurry film. A passing worthless spectacle in my protected realm. The bass is not a sound, it's just the pressure in the air. A quiet form of torture for the ones who stop and stare. I am the sole inhabitor to this mobile silent sphere. Divorced from all the frantic noise, the chaos and the fear. They're trapped outside in their reality, I'm cruising in my own. The master of a universe of leather, glass and bone. The world outside my window starts to warp and starts to bend. The laws of time and physics are a message I can send. I'm not just driving through the night, I'm pulling it behind. A rolling piece of emptiness, the purest of its kind. Liquid midnight,
A shadow on the chrome.
liquid midnight,
The only place I'm home.
I'm drinking up the darkness, letting out a heavy sigh. Liquid midnight,
Beneath the poison sky.
midnight. The other cars look frantic like cheap insects made of tin. Their headlights weak and yellow from the world they're living in. They scatter when I'm coming, they don't have to be advised. Their primitive survival instinct has been fully realized. They give the void a wide berth to show a proper dread. For the silent heavy predator they're seeing in their head. It's not about respect, it's about the law of prey and beast. And on this concrete river I'm the hungriest at least. The streetlights bleed like watercolor on my flawless liquid hood, reflecting a distorted, broken neighborhood. I am the only thing that's clear, the only thing that's true. A rolling piece of midnight just for me and for my crew. My own two headlights are the only stars that matter anymore. Cutting through the darkness to settle an old score. This isn't just a cruise, it's a patrol of my new state. The absolute embodiment of a dark and perfect fate. I am not just driving in the night, I am the night made mobile. A rolling void with an engine. Liquid midnight,
A shadow on the chrome.
liquid midnight,
The only place I'm home.
I'm drinking up the darkness and letting out a heavy sigh. Liquid midnight,
Beneath the poison sky.
liquid midnight. It's liquid midnight, yeah. Midnight, man.
When your ride is so clean, it starts to swallow the light around it.
You're listening to DJ Ace on California Love FM.
Own the darkness.
California Love FM. It's a West Coast thing. Liquid Midnight.
Some people fight for a piece of the city. Then there are the ones who drew the map. California Love FM is giving you the blueprint. This is the architect.
Before the first foundation, there was just the dirt and me, and a master plan unfolding for a world you'd never see. I didn't conquer this city, I composed it like a score. Every single dead-end street, every single bolted door. You think you're making choices, navigating on your own, but every path you walk upon is a seed that I have sown. The freeways are the arteries, the alleys are the veins. A closed-loop system I designed to process all the pain. You see a concrete jungle, I see a circuit board I made, where every single citizen is just a choice I pre-assayed. You feel a sense of freedom when you're moving through the maze, but every turn was calculated in these preliminary days. You think you found a shortcut, a path that's unobserved. It's just another function for the purpose that you serve. The architect, I drew the master plan. The architect, the fate of every man. You're living in my blueprint, every single brick and wire. The architect, the fuel for your own fire. Districts are divided to perpetuate the hate. The east is built for envy, the west is built for fate. I put the money on one side, the desperation on the next, and watch the pre-written collision from a single simple text. The very air you breathe is filtered through my grand design, to keep you just complacent enough to never cross the line. I gave you entertainment, I gave you sports and petty wars, to keep your eyes distracted from the locks upon the doors. Your culture is a program, your rebellion is a script, the perfect social labyrinth from which you'll never slip. You feel a sense of freedom when you're moving through the maze, but every turn was calculated in these preliminary days. You think you found a shortcut, a path that's unobserved. It's just another function for the purpose that you serve. The architect, I drew the master plan. The architect, the fate of every man. You're living in my blueprint, every single brick and wire. The architect, the fuel for your own fire. I don't control your actions now, the system's automated. The consequences of my work are perfectly fated. You'll fight for your own neighborhood, you'll die for your own block. A wind-up soldier marching to the ticking of my clock. The leaders that you follow, I selected them with care. Gave one a sense of righteousness, the other of despair. Their conflict is the engine that keeps everything in check, while you're the one who's left to bleed and break your own damn neck. My work is finally finished, I just sit and watch the feed, observing the behavior of my self-sustaining greed. I don't need to intervene, I don't need to give a sign. The beauty of the program is that the whole design is mine. And if it ever crashes, if the system starts to fail, I have the master schematics, I can't be put in jail. I'll just erase the server, I'll just wipe the whole drive clean, and start again tomorrow with a brand new brutal scene.
You fight for control of a building. I designed the continent. Your war is just a feature.
The architect, I drew the master plan. The architect, the fate of every man. You're living in my blueprint, every single brick and wire. The architect, the fuel for your own fire.
That's the architect. Makes you wonder if you're really making your own moves. DJ Ace, California Love FM. The blueprints are everywhere. California Love FM. It's a West Coast thing.